can you make people mods, Jessie, from your end? If you can you make Irvin a mod? You can now, Jessie. Jessie, can you message play my favorite song? I can't because Jessie's got my iPad. How about you come up, Irvin, and you play music? But Jessie, can you message Robbie, please, and let him know that I come back on? You got Buckley's. I want to keep my channel. How did you find that reading today, Irvin, that I sent you? Did you message Robbie, Jess? That's a good thing, I know. I'm glad these cards are connecting with me then. Thank you, Jessie. And you just called me damn. Oh, yeah, I was just going to do a card for myself. You're more than welcome, be real. I think Robbie's falling asleep in the shower. Nah, there he is. I am back. Yeah, I had to just jump off because I was doing a reading for someone, and I just thought that it would be more professional if I emailed them. So, Soul Sister, I emailed you too. Carol running. During the daytime, I'll show you our pet bird that talks. You're right, sister. So it looks like you've had an eventful day too, Robin. Okay, I'll do a self-care card for Robin. Playfulness. Play with a child. Children are your greatest teachers. Don't I know that? The link's there, guys, if anyone wants to come up. That just jumped out. Does anyone want a self-care card? Hey, Lani. I'll show you guys. So at the moment, I'm trying to learn how to use these cards. They are completely different than what I'm used to, but they're absolutely gorgeous. I'd say about 2 weeks and I'll have these down pat. Does anyone want a card? Oh, really? I think they're the Aboriginal deck. I can't wait to actually be able to use them. I just look at them and it's so overwhelming, all these new cards, and like they're not like most other decks where they've got the suits and no. Hey Gina. I don't have to do self-care cards. I can do like the universal deck reading or something. As I said before, I'm pretty much just trying to get on as much as I can, and it's really hard with kids, but trying to get on as much as I can to sort of get comfortable with doing lives. Good night, so sister. How did I notice that I had a gift? Alright, probably the first my first actual experience with the spirit, I was about 4. But it wasn't until I was much older when I started to actually understand the whole it's not that I'm crazy. See, to me, cards talk to me. So it just comes naturally. Thank you, Soul Sister. With the mediumship, it was totally different. In 2015, early 2016, I actually had an experience that I think I mentioned on my first live that it showed me my first visions. It showed me my first basically a spirit leading me somewhere. And that scared the living crap out of me. But in saying that, I realized at the time that there was a reason that this spirit was connecting with me and trying to, contact me in a way. With the cards, though, it's pretty easy. Like, once you know the meanings for the cards, and then once you actually learn to follow your intuition and let the cards show you a story, it's, yeah. Is it difficult for me to be at a funeral? Not really, no. And I've been to quite a few funerals. I don't ever think that a spirit has contacted me at a funeral, or anything. So funerals, no, it's not that difficult. I mean, it's difficult, obviously, because you've just lost someone, but Evan's just amazing, isn't he, Lani? I actually was talking to my other half about going into more detail about, like, my actual first experience with, like, doing a mediumship, or not doing a mediumship, having a mediumship come to me, and what I sort of went through. I only had the New South, like, so I live in Queensland, and I only had the New South Wales, I don't know, police come fly out. Not last year, it was late 2019 to see me in regards to this case. So yeah, I just have to actually make sure that he has been charged and everything before I say anything. Hi, Matt. And talking about my one and only really mediumship, not one and only, the one and only that's come to me, it was an actual homicide case that was where I was living in Sydney. Do I have to concentrate, or does it just pop out, or can it just pop out anyway? A bit of A and a bit of B. With doing tarot readings and doing mediumships and everything else, I have to sort of prepare myself before going into a reading or going into a mediumship, in saying that basically what that means is I meditate beforehand. That can usually go from, if I'm having a good stress-free day, I can probably meditate for 5 to 10 minutes and be fine. With the meditation, it's basically just sitting down, clearing my mind, putting meditation music on, and basically just trying to free my mind. Then after I meditate, before I come live, I usually do basically a prayer, an opening prayer, to sort of help me open up to the spirits, for them to also to contact me. And then I get a big part of my meditation also is my crystals, or are my crystals, I should say. So I get my crystals around, I put them around so that I feel safe with them there with me. And then after that, I sort of will try to sit there for a little bit to process everything and open my mind up to the spirits. Oh, thank you, Lani. It's not that it really gets me upset. It's more so what the poor lady went through, and what I seen secondhand. And the visions that I saw basically were spot on, and there's just so much to that. But do they bother you like in the movie? Like, no, they don't. It really depends. See, I can be trying to do EVPs, and I can have numerous spirits jumping out of nowhere. And to me, I can only really explain them as being cheeky when they want to be. So you'll have like one spirit, and then you'll get another spirit come in, and you're trying to communicate with one spirit, and you're getting like all these different energies jumping in, you're getting all these different vibes, you're getting all these different stories, and it's so they can be confusing and cheeky. But with my mediumships though, Jessie will be able to confirm this. I'll sometimes just be sitting there, and out of nowhere, I'll have to grab a pen and start writing because there's a spirit talking to me. And usually when they talk to me, I write down what they're saying, or I relay what they're saying by saying it myself, which is really weird because most times I sit there and I'm like, hey, it's not me talking, but it is me talking. But then other times I can sit there for hours trying to connect with spirits, or trying to do not so much tarot readings. I've never really failed as far as a tarot reading goes, but with the mediumships, like, I can be sitting there for a good while and not have one spirit want to come out. So can they be nasty? That's a good question. In all honesty, the spirits that I've come across and that I've had contact with, no. It's more so the ones that I contact usually are connecting with me, so that I can pass a message on for them. I look at it like I was really blessed. Like, I believe that, for one spirit to connect with me, how many other people have they tried to connect with, or have they tried to communicate with? And not everyone is tuned in with their spiritual side. So I I've never really come across a nasty spirit, but in saying that, I may. Yeah, I really do get drained after me. With mediumships, like, that's why usually I won't do 2 mediumships in 2 or 3 days, because it takes me a good while to get my energy back. It really does. It drains me. It takes a hell of a lot out of me doing mediumships, but it's so worth it, the outcome afterwards, because the feedback that I get and the responses from the people that I am doing the readings for is just beautiful. No, Lani, thank you for asking. Yes, it does get emotional. Um I find it hard sometimes, when I connect with the spirit, and when the spirit either leaves or stops communicating with me. It's I don't know. It's like a whole abandonment issue. It's really, really weird, but yes, it really does get emotional. I appreciate you asking questions, Lonnie. I love sharing. I'm not a very good talker, so shut up, Jesse. um, I am actually planning on doing an EVP with Irvin. I think it's next week. So at the moment, I'm really, really working on the questions, because it's covering, it's an EVP connect, or trying to connect with, or trying to get some sort of information or clarification, I guess, to do with the Watts case. So there's just so much that, with every interview that Chris Watts has done or whatever, the lies and whatnot, like, I've just been trying to sit there and find things to ask during this EVP. So if anyone has any questions or anything to add towards the EVP, I usually like having a good amount of questions to go in to the EVP with, as I don't really like stopping. Like, I just like, yeah, doing the whole thing at once and doing. I seen that Mexi does the EVPs. Actually, I only seen that the other day. Um, I'd love to. Yeah, Mexi, Robbie, maybe you can connect me up. But it's gonna be the first EVP that I've done live on live. So I don't know how it's gonna go. I actually was watching Natasha Cooper was covering the Shayna Peoples case the other day. So I sat there for a few hours and watched like the whole case, and then I tried to find other creators that had covered the case, and I really couldn't find much. So I watched Natasha's live again, and I ended up doing an EVP that night, with trying to connect with Shayna, or trying to get some answers. And it's actually the first EVP that I've done that the questions that I've asked have matched up with the answers. Like, it was actually really, really scary. Yeah, it really is a sad case, and it's sad that Actually, Gina, if possible, would you be able to email me, or would you be able to somehow get your email address to me, because I'd love to send you a photo of the EVP, the questions and the answers. And it's like I asked, was Shayna, was a weapon used on Shayna, and it come back a knife. That was just like, wow. Another question was, did the police cover, like, has there been a big cover up? And the answer that come back was, be careful. What was it? Just be careful or be warned or something. It was like it was trying to warn me off from asking any more questions. But I did get a few answers that that surprised me in a way. Oh, guys, my phone's gonna die, so I think I'm gonna end it here. I'm thinking I might do another live tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon. I won't do it late because I know that there's a big time difference with some of you viewers. So I'll try to do it a few hours earlier. Thank yous all very, very, very much for joining. Thank yous very much for sending your questions in and showing interest. Thank yous for the support. Yous really don't know how much it means to me. And I hope to see you guys tomorrow afternoon.